Sonic Team continues to drop horrible gadgets, and I think they just dropped some of the worst gadgets in the entire game after this recent patch. So let's circle back and talk about gadgets you should never pick in Sonic Racing Crossworld if you're planning on playing this game competitively. If you haven't seen the previous video, I recommend checking out that video first so you can see what gadgets I chose prior. There were gadgets that I missed out on talking about before because I wasn't sure how good they were, but now I'm positive that these gadgets are horrible. These first three gadgets I would like to classify as, why are you 3 slots? And these were gadgets that were introduced in this latest patch. Champion Bounty, get rings while in 1st through 3rd place. So how this gadget works is that when you're in 1st place, you get 3 rings for every 1.5 seconds. And when you're in 2nd and 3rd place, you get 1 ring every 1.5 seconds. It generates rings slower than Slipstream Bounty, and not only that, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a game where you get hit once and you're dropping 7 placements, and everyone is usually always so close to each other. So keeping the top 3 placement is extremely hard unless you have the many, and I mean many, better options for front running gadgets, which you can't really apply with Champion Bounty because it wants to take 3 slots. Not only that, imagine if you're starting the race at any of the bottom placements like 9th through 12th place. You would have to start burning all of your items just so you can reach the top 3 placements so you can actually get some use out of this gadget. And the middle of the pack is always the most chaotic in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This is the most disappointing gadget that they've ever introduced in the game because it had so much potential to be good. A front-running gadget that's a mirror to Slipstream Bounty, which is one of the best gadgets in the entire game, that could have been a smash hit. But it was dead on arrival the moment they made it 3 slots, which limits your options to actually make this gadget worth using. You could have at least made this gadget 2 slots and it would at least make it more viable. It would have had more options to build around it, but as it stands right now, Champion's Bounty is absolutely worthless. Ring Doubler, double the amount of rings gained. It's pretty simple. When you get 1 ring, you get 2 rings. When you get 5 rings, you get 10 rings. And it even works with all of the other ring gain based gadgets. This one actually isn't as bad as Champion's Bounty, but I still feel like the fact that this gadget is 3 slots really limits what you can do with it. Because most of the ring-based gadgets already do a fantastic job at gaining rings, like once again, Slipstream Bounty, there's also Air Trick Bounty, Perfect Charge Bounty, Dash Panel Combo Bounty. Those gadgets already do a great job at generating rings and they cost less in terms of gadget slots. I think the best use of Ring Doubler is pairing it up with Item Summon and Slipstream Bounty. With Slipstream Bounty, you gain 2 rings per Slipstream, and those rings rack up very quickly and you can use your 40 rings to spend on the item with Item Summon. So you don't have to be solely dependent on having good racing lines just to get rings on the track, but if you do that combined with Slipstream Bounty and Ring Doubler, you'll always have enough rings to summon items, and that's what really makes it strong. But I feel like that's the only gadget set that can really make Ring Doubler pretty good. I think if they brought Ring Doubler down to 2 slots, it would make it go from pretty bad to pretty good. This one is really just a case of 3 slots is holding it back from actually being a viable gadget. What cannot be saved is less is more. Oh my god. So less is more was actually in the closed beta test last February, and honestly, it should have stayed cut. And it was not 3 slots back in that closed beta test. It was actually 2 slots. Why in the blue hell did they think making this 3 slots was a good idea? So the whole thing with this is the less rings you have, the more top speed you gain. And this alone should have explained why this needed to stay cut from the game. So when you gain rings, you lose speed. And what do you need to do to lose rings? You need to get hit. And what happens when you get hit? You lose 8 placements. But hey, that's okay. You need to be at 0 rings in order to get at your top speed. But the problem is, being at 0 rings also suck, because when you get hit at 0 rings, your hit stun lasts longer. This means more people will pass you, and it will take much more time to gain back your speed. And then you're probably thinking, oh no, that's okay. We have ring engine and double ring engine. How about I just put both of them together with less is more? They both drain rings very quickly, so that will surely make less is more good, right? There is an entire video made by Destello Joker explaining exactly why this build is terrible. I recommend watching that after this video before you make a silly decision. Less is more is the antithesis of what you want in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. There is no way you can make this gadget work in any form. And I actually think no matter how many slots you make it, it will always be bad, but at the very least, it won't take up 3 gadget slots.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Spin drift. Perfect charge boost. Release the drift as soon as the charge level. Okay. Real talk, spin drift. Just why? Just why does this gadget exist? It's literally there just to mildly inconvenience you and mess up your line. That's it. I don't know. Why is this in the game? This doesn't even need to be here at all. It doesn't do anything. And not only that, when you try to counter drift, the spin just ends. Why couldn't it just continue spinning? I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, back to perfect charge boost. Release the drift as soon as a drift charge is filled to boost even faster. So when you hit a perfect charge, you are supposedly supposed to get a faster boost, but that faster boost is apparently just +7 extra speed. It doesn't feel like you're getting any faster when you do it, and it's definitely not competing with double ring engine. The speed is just not powerful enough for it to feel worth slotting in. You are better off just running perfect charge bounty. Double down is such a troll gadget. So you get double item boxes guaranteed. Even if you pick up 1 item box, you will always get 2 items. The downside is you lose -10 to all stats when you have it equipped. Now, I know I've said previously that stats don't really matter in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, but if there's 2 stats that you don't want to lose on, it's handling and boost. Boost especially because it affects your drift charge speed. This will be very character and cart dependent if you want to run double down, but honestly, do you really want to use this for 3 slots? If you're looking for a item control gadget, Wisp Porter Kit is right there. Inventory Plus is right there. Inventory Swap is right there. I don't even think Lucky Pair is good either, but I'd rather a 50-50 chance of getting 2 items from 1 item box is better than getting a guaranteed double items from 1 item box, but I also go -10 on all stats, and it's 3 slots. Boost item chance up. Now, unlike the other item chance up gadgets, this is the only one that's 3 slots, and maybe for good reason. Now, I can see why this would be 3 slots, because just the idea of getting a higher chance to get items like Wisp, Triple Wisp, Monster Truck, Drill, Laser sounds pretty powerful. 3 slots once again limits your chances of how useful this gadget could be, and if I could be honest, this is only really good when you're in the back of the pack. Less chances of getting a boxing glove or a slicer when you're in the back. When you're in the front or in the middle of the pack, it's not that great. You could say, well, you could get Omochao more often. Well, you might as well just pick Go-Go Omochao at that point, which gives you a 22% chance, better than the 11% chance that Boost Item Chance Up gives you. I am morbidly curious how this would be if it was 2 slots, but as it stands right now with its 3 slots, it's not worth picking. Acceleration Machine Kit. Now, this gives you a weaker version of Quick Recovery. It's almost like the Quick Recovery before it got buffed in patch 1.2. But it is still stronger than that initial release version of Quick Recovery. Quick Recovery right now is an amazing gadget to use. So why would you want to pick a gadget that is a weaker version of Quick Recovery? And not only that, if you want to get the stat benefits, you need to use an acceleration machine. You know, the worst vehicle type in the entire game. Just pick Quick Recovery and any other vehicle type, and I promise you, you'll get even better results. Speed Character Kit. Oh, I'm sorry. Speed Character Kit 2. Because they thought this one was so good, they needed to skip the first one. So, what did Sonic Team think speed characters need? Invincible Start and Starting Boost Bounty. I cannot believe this. You put Invincible Start in another crappy gadget kit. First, you put it on Damage Support Kit, which is already in your top 3 worst gadgets in the entire game. And now you put it in a Speed Character Kit? You thought that Invincible Start was a good choice for speed characters, and then to top it all off, Starting Boost Bounty. Wow. 30 plus rings. Oh, but don't worry, you get to keep those 30 plus rings for 40 seconds at the start of the race. Isn't that incredible? This is the most embarrassing character kit I've ever seen in my life. Why? Just why? Why did you choose these 2 gadgets? You know what would have worked better for a speed character kit? Technical Drift. You know what else would have worked better for a speed character kit? Ring Gain Boost level 1, actually. You know, gadgets that would actually help to gain speed. Not this. This sucks. Don't ever use this. All arounder kit. This just gives you maximum traction, and you get plus 10 to all stats when you're in flight mode or in boat mode. Whatever, I guess. There are some tracks like Mystic Jungle and Radical Highway where this wouldn't be good at all. Or what about heavily dominated land tracks like Dinosaur Jungle, where you just have that few second water section at the beginning and then it's just done after that. All your stats are gone and you're just left with maximum traction again. Useless. Sea Dog Kit. It's charge jump mobility up and air trick expert. You might as well just use air trick expert and then just build around that, because charge jump mobility sucks. You also get plus 10 when you're in water, but who cares? The same goes for Ace Pilot Kit, only you get air drift mobility up and you get dash panel bounty. And then of course plus 10 when you're in the air, but again, who cares? You're better off just building something around dash panel bounty. And at that point, just make a Ring Gain Boost gadget set, please. And now this is the updated list of all the gadgets that you should not pick in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. We will be back here again when the next big update comes with a whole new set of gadgets. I can only hope that they buff these terrible gadgets and actually make them viable, or the new gadgets that we get are all useful. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and comment what you thought about it. If you're interested in seeing more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification on my next upload. Also, be sure to hype up the video so that the algorithm can pick it up and more people can find my videos. I hope you all have a wonderful day.